Here's our
Good morning. So we had a good first night on the Prima. Very enjoyable evening. Now we're in Hudson's, the main dining room, for breakfast. Beautiful, the weather outside, the view out these windows.
Yes, girls, we cannot see any land, but...
What was that?
I said, yes, girls, we cannot see any land, but that's just fine.
But look at this view.
It's beautiful.
See a ship way out there in the distance. I don't know if you could see it on the video here, but yeah, it's just beautiful. And this is a beautiful dining room. I mean, last night we had dinner in here, and this place was just stunning, is my word. It's very nice. So, if you've ever seen this salt shaker on our table, you'll know where it came from. No, we didn't steal it from here. I shouldn't say that. But last time we were here...
From?
Yep.
Oh. Thank you.
And yeah, no, we didn't steal it, but we were impressed by that salt shaker.
And your extra coffee, sir.
Thank you. We were impressed by that salt and pepper shaker when we were on the Encore of the Bliss, and we went home and ordered one from Amazon. So I should have said that the right way the first time. No, we didn't steal it, but we really like it.
Oh, is that good and fresh?
Is it?
Yeah. Cold.
Very impressed with the Prima so far. It's different than other ships, that's for sure. Beautifully put together. The decor, just everything about it is very rich.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had so we walked around a bit. We spent some time in getting something to eat in Indulge Food Hall. We did that for a little bit of an afternoon snack. Like I said, we did Hudson's here for dinner. That was very good. The service is great. Everyone.
Our Norwegian rep.
Yep, we had dinner with Samantha, our BDM from Norwegian last night. We had a good discussion, so thank you, Samantha. We enjoyed the Price is Right last night.
Thank you.
We didn't get chosen to participate, but we definitely were in the show there.
Fun.
Please.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
It was a blast. I've seen Price is Right on TV. I'm not a huge watching fan like a lot of people seem to be.
Game show.
They knew everything about it, so many of these people, all the different games they were doing.
My grandma used to watch all the
Did she?
time. Yeah. I was going to say something for her up there, you know.
So that was fun. We got to watch that and be part of it. And it was a full set on the stage with all the different games and the big wheel, and pretty cool. Couldn't film it. They asked us not to film or photography. I took a picture of the opening sign on the stage, but I behaved myself and didn't do any video in there. But definitely fun, something I'd go to if I was on the Prima. Afterwards, we ended up getting a few drinks at different bars. I had my mudslide.
I went to Sid Norman's.
And we went to Sid Norman's, and the band there was awesome. They had a sail away show last night, and the band and the singers was awesome.
There was supposed to be like a Fleetwood Mac
Yeah, I don't know.
tribute. No?
And then we were in the lobby area watching, listening to some Latin music before we headed up to bed. Slept well. Very calm seas out here today, and the ship is barely moving since we're just going to Harvest Key. No, Great Stirrup Key. I'm thinking of Belize, yeah, no, we're going to Bahamas, to Great Stirrup Key. So I was watching on the navigation and we're doing like 7 or 8 knots. So we're just kind of floating around because we could have been there twice by now, I think. So anyway, time for breakfast. And that was a good breakfast. We do enjoy going to the main dining room now and again for breakfast and even lunch. It's nice to just sit back, have your food brought to you, not have to worry about the crowds or the lines or your food getting cold or finding a place to eat. So, you know, keep that in mind. Enjoy the main dining room. Next up, we spent some time in the theater with the executives from Norwegian Cruise Line. Since this was an inaugural cruise, we had some business-related activities. We learned about the Prima and about the plans that Norwegian has going forward.
Overall, we have revamped all the menus, so we work very, very diligently in seeing what we currently offer across the fleet, and we're also looking forward to rolling back some of that. So, all in all, I can only repeat myself. If you don't know what to eat and you see me around, ask me. I'll point you in the right direction, and I'll give it back to Julie.
In your opinion, what's your favorite restaurant, or what is the must experience? I know, loaded question, right?
You could find me, and I have to repeat it. You could find me in Indulge breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Simply for the reasons that the food comes out really, really fast as we're anticipating obviously large volume with inside and outside area. But if you're going there as a group, you're not prompted to just eat off the same theme. If you're going to Italian, you mostly have a pasta or pizza, some other main courses. In this arena, you can have Indian, you can have Spanish tapas, you can have rotisserie, you can have salads. You're really not, as a group, forced to just eat off one menu and one theme. So that is really the great advantage that we have there.
It's true, and it is good to go with a group because everyone can enjoy a little bit of everything. You can kind of go family style there sometimes as well, right? It's fantastic, so definitely try it out. And let's go over to Peter. Peter, let's talk about where we are right now and this unbelievable theater. And the theater is definitely going to revolutionize entertainment across the fleet, I think. But let's talk about some of the shows and experiences and game show offerings that we have here.
Yeah, the theater here is the brainchild of our Senior Vice President, Richard Ambrose. And ever since I've known Richard, he's always wanted to have a multi-purpose room. And because of that, we went on this opportunity to build this great theater that you're seeing. That's 3 stories high and a number of different firsts that no other cruise company has right now. So the technology in here is built right now, not just for now, but it's also built for the future, that if we decide to change, whenever we decide to change the shows or to add new things, we can pivot on a moment's notice and be ready to go because of the technology that is in this room. Technology such as the chandelier that is above your head. When you take a look at this item here, what it does for us is that it allows us to bring the chandelier down from its current position, and then it opens up into 4 layers as well to come to as well. Programmed in this chandelier is also, I want to say 80 different light lamps that are in here. And when you come to the show tonight for Donna Summer, about 6 minutes before the show starts, the chandelier has its own show that happens before the actual show. For Last Dance tonight as well, all of these seats that you're sitting in here, in the middle, in decks 6, 7, will retract fully all the way to the back, and you'll leave with a full dance floor here in front. So when you come for the second show, if you'd like to stick around after the show is over, right? Don't tell anyone I told you this, but you can stay on deck 7 and you can watch the entire transformation as we move the seats out and the whole thing works. And then it turns into a nightclub right afterwards. So it is phenomenal. There's a lot that happens in here, and we hope you'll enjoy it.
And in addition to that, you don't have to just stand upstairs on decks 7 and 8. We invite you to join the party on the stage, So the party begins here and then transitions out onto the floor. It's a phenomenal experience. If you miss it tonight, you're going to miss a good one. So try and be here for that, certainly. And what's nice about this room is that right now it feels pretty intimate. When you come back later on tonight, it's a completely altogether different experience, and you feel like you are truly somewhere else. So definitely enjoy it.
But you know what? Tonight, all day free drinks and dancing tonight, what could go wrong? Seriously, I'm going back to watch that tonight.
Speaking of unique experiences, Simon, let's talk about your area, because I know there are a lot of only on Prima experiences. From the 3-level racetrack that we have, Galaxy's got some cool and unique features. We have the dry slides down the side of the ship. Let's talk about some of these areas.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So I probably have the coolest job in the company, people would say. It's true, but it's also challenging, because when we're doing all these things for Prima, and as Julie mentioned, we've got 5 more of these coming, 1 every year until 2027. So it takes years of planning to get to what you see today. So when, Harry has this philosophy, which we love and believe in, of the guest comes first, right? That guest first philosophy. So we wanted to think, what can we do different on Prima to make her stand out? So we took things that we know and love and that have been, complete home runs for us, one being the go-kart track. But in my role, it's about innovation. So how do we do it differently? How do we make it better? Not always bigger, but in this situation, it's bigger. 420 meters long, 1,100 feet long, rivals a land-based go-kart track. This time, 15 cars can race at any given time. We wanted to make sure that everyone was included in this. So when you look at what we offer, our cruise line and what you would sell and market to and what you would travel for, it's different demographics, right? We have everyone from 2 to 92. So if you have a family on board, let's say, granny and granddad may not want to race in the go-kart tracks. Well, they do as well. But if they wanted to watch their children and grandchildren, we created a viewing platform on deck 20 that puts you right in the middle of the track. But the special thing about that is if you go up there today and check it out, there are laser tag guns that are around the rails. And so if you can manage to shoot the child, not the child, what's wrong with you, mate? Someone give this guy a pat down, right? I don't know. Security. No. If you can manage to shoot the top of the go-kart, there's a light. It will turn green, and that gives that person an extra turbo boost to use in the race. Good guy, bad guy.
Here's a quick look at the raceway on the Prima. Watch for our next video where I'll actually be wearing a GoPro on a chest harness as I race around the track. Should be interesting. I don't remember there being double seaters.
No. cheesecake. I am an EMT.
Well, I think they need to put a little WD-40 or something in that tube. People were getting stuck. A little bit of humidity there causing an issue with the rug or blanket or whatever they were using to go down, but it looked like a lot of fun anyway. No complaints on this cruise. Look at the water. Calm seas, blue skies, fantastic. Down below here you can see the sculpture garden on the Prima, and then over here is the glass walkway. How about it? Would you walk on that glass walkway over the water while cruising? We headed over to the local bar and grill for lunch and ended up sitting outside. It was a great day to sit outside. Weather was beautiful. And the seats we ended up having were right next to where the drop ended up. So you could hear everyone coming down that slide just giving a holler. Here you can see some of the menus from the local bar and grill. I ended up having the lechon asado, which was a Cuban roast pork with plantains, white rice, and black beans. It was very tasty. I had no complaints with that dish. After we had lunch in the local bar and grill, we ended up going up to the Surfside Cafe and Grill, where we decided to look for dessert up there. And I ended up having a coconut cream cheesecake. Check out the Surfside Cafe and Grill as we walk around looking for dessert. With this being a short cruise, we didn't really spend a lot of time in the Surfside Cafe and Grill, but I'll tell you, every time we were up there, the food looked delicious and there was always a great variety of everything you can imagine.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Well, it was my birthday during the cruise, and we came back to our room one day and found decorations and chocolate-covered strawberries.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Last Dance on 54. Let's do this.
Hey, this evening we watched the Donna Summer show, and then afterwards we stuck around in the theater, watched that theater turn into a nightclub. It was pretty fascinating to see all those seats go away and the party go on.